Hi there, my name is Israel Ortega, and I'm the Deputy Communications Director for the LIBRE initiative. And for this episode, I'm joined in the studio with Jeffrey Baldwin, the Director of the LIBRE Institute. Jeffrey, welcome to the program.
No, thank you for having me.
Jeffrey, before we get into the LIBRE Institute, can you tell the viewers a little bit about yourself, how you got here?
Sure. So I am originally from Guatemala. I immigrated here when I was about 14 years old, and I was not really sure about the impact of policies. I was just kind of not paying attention. But then eventually I started to think about, like, why did I leave my home country? And so I started doing some research, and that's when I started to realize that the principles of freedom are important. We didn't have those freedoms and opportunities in Latin America, and that's why my mom and dad had to immigrate first. Then I had to do the same thing. So that's kind of what got me started on working to advance the principles of freedom with the Latino community in the United States.
That's so great. I think it's you hear that a lot from a lot of folks who come to this country, including myself. I'm an immigrant from Mexico. So Jeffrey, what is the LIBRE Institute? What's the purpose? What is the mission?
The LIBRE Institute is the educational side of the LIBRE initiative. We work on advancing the principles of freedom. We have 4 key pillars that we believe can create a thriving Hispanic community in the United States. We have prosperity, education, faith, and family as the key pillars for the Institute. And so all the work that we do are always guided towards those pillars, and then how to create more freedom for the Latino community in the United States.
That's so great. Jeffrey, I think what you're describing, I think a lot of people would say, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But why is it so important to take these pillars and the work that you're doing to the Latino community?
Well, I believe that what it does, it gets people thinking about the impact, not only short term, but long term, of different policies. So there are times in which maybe by not understanding fully that impact, it's easier for us to just make a decision. So the Institute wants to provide them the knowledge, the tools, so that they're informed about long-term consequences, because sometimes we don't think about the consequences of different policies.
Yeah. Jeffrey, I know we're going to get into this in a minute, but about the different events you guys are doing in the States. But I know one interesting thing that happened recently is that you, in the Institute, published a new poll. Can you talk a little bit about that poll? Why is it important, and maybe some of the key findings?
Sure. So this is the poll that we recently conducted. It was conducted in May of this year, and it includes a sample of over 1,200 Latino voters across the United States. Mm-hmm. So it was conducted in all of the chapters in which LIBRE, the Institute, is present, plus a few other areas with high Latino concentration. Like in California, there's some areas there that were included. The economy and taxes is the number one issue that came up as the priority. We also talked to the Latino community on healthcare, education, the American dream. There's also a section on energy. And so it includes a lot of different topics, but good results as well, very good results from the Latino community.
Yeah. One of the findings to me that was most interesting in this poll was that the Latino community is supportive of the free market. Was that surprising to you? And why do you think that's an important finding?
It wasn't surprising to me, but it's good to have it on paper and to actually have some data to back that up, because we see that all the time. We see Latinos starting business at a higher rate. We see Latinos having 2-3 jobs so that they can start a business, because they understand that the free market is the only way that they can create prosperity for them and for others too.
So Jeffrey, you've been the director for a little bit. Walk us through your vision. What are some of the ideas that you have to take the LIBRE Institute in the future?
So one of the things that I mentioned earlier is that the poll gives us the data to back up what we already knew, that we believe in all these principles. We believe that limited government, property rights, free speech, having the choice to make decisions for ourselves are important. So what we want to do with the Institute is ignite that in the Latino community, that belief that freedom is the key to prosperity. And so we do that by having conversations with our community. I like to say we do this by having one conversation, one community at a time.
Can you give us a preview of some of the events and exciting happenings that the LIBRE Institute will be doing in the next few months?
Sure. There are a few things that are currently happening and some that will happen later on. But we are doing ESL classes. That is a key project, and there's a lot of demand from the community. They want to learn English because they understand that that is how they get a better job. That's how they can get a promotion. That's how they can communicate with their teachers, the child's teachers. So ESL is popular. We're also doing citizenship classes. We're doing classes on how to buy your first house. We're also doing a partnership with different groups. We have a partnership coming up with the Latin Grammys. That is an after-school program that will focus on teaching kids how to play an instrument, how making them see that that is an option for them if they want to become a musician or an artist. We have students that have gone through similar programs that are, some of them are Latin Grammy nominees that will be teaching the next generation how to become successful in that industry. We also have a candidate training in Pennsylvania. So if anyone in Pennsylvania wants to ever run for office, this is their opportunity. They'll learn all the different insights on how to do it, and that way they can be part of the decision-making process.
Yeah, fantastic. No, I'm hearing this, Jeffrey, and I think I wish my family and I, when we came to this country, had a group like the LIBRE Institute we could lean to, because it's such a. I think what the work you were doing is so important, like you said, to educate and equip the Latino community to live out their version of the American dream. So thank you for what you're doing, Jeffrey.
Yeah, and what you mentioned is exactly my motivation behind the Institute. If the LIBRE Institute had been there when I first moved to the United States, I would have achieved what I have achieved faster because I would have somebody there guiding me on how to do it. So that's always what I always think about. And I think of the people that come to the classes is like, I was in your seat many years ago, and what we're doing is guiding you and helping you to achieve your American dream faster.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Jeffrey, how can people watching this learn more about the LIBRE Institute and maybe partner with you?
Yes, so they can visit our website. It's thelibreinstitute.org. In that same website, they'll find a section dedicated to this poll. They'll find the digital version, and there's ways in which they can submit their information to become volunteers, to assist events. There's a lot of opportunities for them to get involved with us.
That's great. Well, Jeffrey, thank you so much for being here. And thank you for watching. I encourage you to continue this conversation by going to our website, belibre.org. Encourage you there to follow us on social media to make sure you're keeping up with everything we're doing.